white men should recolonize Africa, says war criminal Eric Prince. He claims they can't govern themselves. Keep in mind, he is currently being investigated for being a part of several coups that overthrew meaningful governments in Africa.
Then it's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded.
Because our own national security risk is it.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens, because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on. People on the left are going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, Eric Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Quadar of GMS Gulf Coast. And I'd like to start by giving infinite honor and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors are given up to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, men who have labored and suffered in this truth for over 30 plus years, for over 30 years, making their lives and their bodies a living sacrifice. I also like to send a shalom to the bishops, the elders, heads of camps of GMS by and large, as well as a shalom goes to the Akim, not named GMS, but walking one body, one spirit in Yahweh Shai, preaching and teaching 100% truth, as well as calling on the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And last but not least, a shalom goes to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four winds of planet Earth, north, south, east, and west, which consist of men, women, and children in that order. To you all, shalom. And Lord willing, us be edifying. Recolonize Africa. Recolonize Africa. Now, these so-called white people, I tell you, hey, they're just not gonna do right. They're just not gonna do right. I want to grab a quick definition, because this is going to be real. I might need to turn that, what's your name off? Hold up. Let me turn this. Let me turn my Bluetooth off. Okay. I'm going to grab a real quick definition and see what we come up with. Google the definition of the word can't.
Here's the definition of can't, cannot.
Okay, let's see. Can't.
Can't.
Let's see what the definition says here. It says cannot. Cannot. Contraction. Cannot. I can't remember any of it now, as an example. People also ask, what is the meaning of the word can't? Let's see. It ain't got the apostrophe T. So there's start phrase. Okay. Let's go to Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster. Cannot. Simply put, can't. And guess what? When you're dealing with the so-called white man, he cannot do right. He just can't. He absolutely, positively cannot do anything that's worth praising. You understand? Exalting. None of the above. He can't do. It's like getting blood out of what they call it. I can't remember that vegetable. Blood out of a turnip. It's like getting blood out of a turnip. Now, let's see. He can't get right. Let's see. This is Habakkuk 2. And this is verse 3. It says, verse 4, and it reads, it says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. His soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. This verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. And check it out. Listen to this right here. And cannot be satisfied. This man can't. He just can't. You know, two ways about it. The Lord said he can't. He can't. But there's a reason I'm going into this, you know, this particular clip that you just seen. And it all has to do with Babylon the Great, a.k.a. otherwise known as America. Why they got their eyes focused on the continent of Africa now, you know what I'm talking about? It may be because, just me speaking as a man, it's over with. It's over with. America's done. It's seen its better days. It's on a rapid decline, and it's over with. You know, you got a country, aka America, that has come out on several different occasions, going back to the Bush administration, where Donald Rumsfeld had did he was in one of those cabinet meetings, and he was being questioned about the debt. And back then he said that there was over $21 or $22 trillion that wasn't accounted for. And lo and behold, less than 24 hours later, the U.S. trade building, you know, the Twin Towers in New York, in the state of New York, came crumbling down. And as you go into history, man, you go into the annals of history, man, you find out going back into 1871, this place was been bought out by the elites. You know what I'm saying? It's been, it was two so-called Jewish men that funded the American Revolutionary War, paid off all the debts. Paid the debts for America. You did. Going back to the Revolutionary War. So you do your research, man. You know, you understand why I'm headed in that direction, of why they're talking about recolonizing Africa. Everybody's making a bee run for Africa, including the so-called white man, who's fortunately, as far as a lot of those European countries go, they've been kicked out of there. But guess what? They know America's done because they got to fork it over to their investors. Who owns a lot of America's debt? So-called Chinese, so-called Russians. Anyway, let me get back to the scripture right here. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And that just is talking about the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, used to call blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, who have the true faith, who are willing through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Spirit that the Lord puts on each individual brother and sister of the elect to endure things in these latter days, and place their faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Proven to the Lord, you know, by enduring these things that are coming down the pipe and not turning about face and reneging on a deal like more than half our people are going to do. Verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, you know, with all these different philosophies and whatnot, going into his democracy and all that old type of nonsense that he promotes across planet Earth. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. He can't. He can't. You heard the Lord said he can't. So what say you? Because he can't. He can't be right. He can't be good. He can't do no good. He can't. That's the way he was set up. But you, on the other hand, you can. That's why you're granted salvation. But this so-called white man, these white folks, you like to call white folks, Esau, Edom, they're fitted for destruction. They're vessels fitted for destruction. I want to grab another scripture here. Let me go to, I think it's Ezekiel. Let me grab another scripture right here. Because, see, this man wants to promote himself as, you know what I'm saying, as the overall authority across the planet Earth. And there'll be no removing of him. This is Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse, and I'm going to start at the top. Just going into this. Check this out. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyre, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because thy heart is lifted up. Huh? So this is synonymous with this so-called white man, with his upright. Matter of fact, let me go back to Habakkuk. Let's go again. Cause see, the Lord, and I already put the blueprint, the description out. You know what I'm saying? We got the wanted poster. Y'all remember that movie? What it was? Django, when they had him strung upside down, and old white boy Billy Bob, whatever his name, came in there. He said, "We found your wanted posters." The Lord got the wanted posters out on this so-called white boy. And he can't escape it. Back in Habakkuk 2 and 4, what it said again? Behold, his soul is lifted up. Behold, his soul is lifted up. This is a very proud man. I'm going to let you listen to that clip again, how he goes into, they can't govern themselves. The nerve of these damn knuckle-dragging cave maggots, man. The nerve of them. Let's read the scripture again, because see, everywhere he go, he bring hell and death. Hellish conditions, and death follows him. You understand? And then he got the nerve to turn around and say, you can't govern yourself. As though he always been there, you know, governing you, watching. This is madness. Anyway. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So he can't get right. He can't. I'm going to jump to 5. It said, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. And there's no one more prouder than a so-called white man. Hey, look at Donald Trump. He's a mascot because he embodied all the things that they want to say and do. You know what I'm talking about? They're just afraid to just come on out the closet. You know what I'm talking about? But give them time. Give them a little more time. They're going to all be acting like Donald Trump for long. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Can't be satisfied. Can't be satisfied. It says, but he gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth up unto him all people. Proud ass. Proud ass. Let's see. And what this read, he cannot be satisfied. He said he can't stay put. Now let's go back to Ezekiel real quick, Baba Shaw. Let's go back to Ezekiel, the 28th chapter. I think that was, yeah. And the scripture read again, it says, and it's the overthrowing of the king of Tyre. You know what I'm talking about? This is going to be the overthrowing of Esau Edom, who you call affectionately call that the white boy with his pink flesh colored ass. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says Ezekiel 28:1, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyre, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because thy heart is lifted up. Huh? He can't do right. And thou hast said, I am a God. Who else said that? Nobody but this clown right here. I'm a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. Now we're going to read that correctly. Okay, we're going to read it again, and we're going to put in all the correct words. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyre, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power. I am Yahweh. I sit in the seat of Yahweh, in the midst of the seas, and that's synonymous with people. Yet thou art a man. He ain't nothing but a man. That's it. And he a beastly man at that. Anyone that promotes, same-sex pedophilia and zoophilia, that's a beastly man too. You know what I'm talking about? No, he's no power. It says, I am Yahweh. I sit in the seat of Yahweh in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not Yahweh, though thou set thy heart as the heart of Yahweh. Huh? And that's talking about his mind. Now let's go real quick. Let's go into the interlinear. We ain't gonna make this too long. I ain't got too much space on this. Because he's so all powerful. Why he can't make my phone where I got enough space in it? You know what I'm saying? I always try to figure out how to clean it out so you can do more videos and whatnot. Man, I'm tired of this one-trick pony, so-called white man. Now let's look up this word in the blue letter. Thy heart, which as we know that's lob, that's going into the inner heart, the mind of man. Okay, so we're not going to look that up. What I want to pick up on is, let's see, seas. This is what I wanted to get right here, of seas. Let's grab it.
Strong's H3220. Yam. Yam.
Yam. Yam. And when you see that in the Paleo Hebrew, that reference plural, like Akiyam, you know what I'm saying? Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Aquathium, sisters, you know what I'm talking about? So the yam represents plural, as they say in the English language, more than one. Let's see. Let's go here. Hold up. Get back out. Okay, let's go. All right. It says, hold up, I grabbed the wrong one. Let me bag it up. Y'all work with me. I'm running two hands here. Let's see. Okay, C's. I don't know how I grabbed that wrong one. Hold up. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let's get it again. Like I said, I'm trying to keep my screen on and work the other, in the midst of the seas. Let's get it again. It's like
Strong's H3220. Yam. Yam.
Yum. Seas, it says, outline of biblical use: seas, Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Dead Sea, Sea of Galilee, Mighty River, Sea General, let's see, Sea, Great Basin in the Temple Court, Great Basin in the Temple Court. Let's see right here, Strong's definition: young, from the root to roar, a sea as breaking noise, surf, or a large body of water, specifically the Mediterranean, river basin, the west, seas. Look, it says sea. It says farming man. It says, and I'm going to spell it to you in case I'm not pronouncing it correctly. It says, in parentheses, it says the South Sea, parentheses, X dash FARING, man. So it's talking about people. He sits in the seas of the people. There's another scripture in Revelations that goes into that same format. Matter of fact, let me go there real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick just to make sure. I want to give a comparison. Let's see. I think it's is it Revelation 17 or 15? Let me see. I think it's Revelations. Let me see. I'm not gonna waste too much time on it. God dang. Okay. There's multitude. Sit in the waters which thou sawest. This is Revelation, the 17th chapter, and verse 15, and it says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest were where the whore sitteth are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. So, and I'm trying to see where it says, let's see. But that's the comparison I wanted to bring, real quick. That's the comparison I wanted to bring. This man is set up to bring forth wickedness on the planet. You know what I'm talking about? To bring forth an end that the Lord had prophesied through him. You understand? That's all he's set up for. Now, I'm going to play you another clip real quick. Let's go there real quick. Check this out.
Outrageous laws, like you can get criminalized and get a fine or even go to jail for gathering with 2 or more people, and plenty other outrageous laws too. Here's another crazy one. Any face coverings is criminalized. Yeah, whether that be a hoodie, bandana, or even religious attire. Yeah, gatherings of 2 or more people, you can get criminalized if the police deems an area to be high risk. Now they can just arrest you if they suspect you might commit a crime. Yeah, they can kill car chase suspects now, regardless whether they're guilty or innocent. Interesting. Fears now cause for arrest. So if somebody makes somebody else scared, now they can get arrested. I could definitely see a Karen using this in their Pokemon card package. Now we have to show our papers? If not, you getting arrested? That definitely reminds me of that Phineas and Ferb episode where Doofus Smurf took over. Or the last crazy one, if you drop your gun, that's now an extra charge. See right here, they said if you get shot by the police and you drop your gun, it's going to be a longer sentence. So it's another crime because you dropped the gun. And this is why it's important for us to pay attention to the laws that they be just dropping, because what do they got going on? No, seriously, like, now you can arrest somebody just because they're scared of you. Let me know what y'all think about this browser plan in the comment. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. Follow me.
The browser plan. You see it? The browser plan. You know, what is this all about? Why they want to all of a sudden re-invade the continent of Africa? You understand, quote unquote. You know, because scriptures call that the land of Ham. But they want to recolonize, you know what I'm talking about? They ain't giving up on this place, man. They have the inside. They have the inside. You know? Let me see. I had just pulled. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up. The browser. What it is, the browser. Well, I can't. I'm going to tell you, you know what I'm talking about? You know, I'm not going to make any excuses for for my pronunciations of words. So I'm not even going to grace y'all with that terrible pronunciation of words, because that'd be horrible at best. So I'm going to do it like this here and look this up. Let's see. Now I'm pulling it up on my other phone, and it says the browser. I'm going to say Pinto, the browser Pinto plan. Okay, I think I got that right. Anyway, it says right here, YouTube Paperwork TV, 390 plus views 6 days ago. Do you agree with the browser Pinto plan? And it says, your browser cannot play this video. Learn more. Do you agree with the browser Pinto plan? 393 views 4 days ago. But they say you can't click onto this. You know? In other words, you can't see the video that's concerning this. Now, let's click right here. It says, what is the browser plan? It says, instead of solutions, Mayor browser proposed plan is full of cuts to vital social services. That is. Now, who has to show papers and all these different things that he mentioned? Matter of fact, let's let him say that again real quick.
Can get arrested. I could definitely see any other jail for gathering with 2 or more people.
Gathering of 2 or more people. Now, mind you, you have to be mindful of those what they call executive orders that they've been signing into law throughout every president's tenure. You understand? Which that goes over the heads of most, if not all, U.S. citizens, quote unquote. Mind you, the United States was bailed out during the Revolutionary War by 2 Jewish guys out of the state of Pennsylvania. 2 men of Jewish descent. And then in 1871, the United States Constitution was suspended. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Now you operate under what they call UCC laws, Uniform Commercial, the Uniform UCC, Uniform Commercial. I know I used to deal with this back in the days. I ain't dealt with it since I've been in the truth, so a lot of my memory is bad. You know what I'm saying? But if, I'm just going off my memory. But you're under what you call admiralty laws. In other words, the laws of the ocean, of the water, going back to the seas. You feel what I'm saying? And under those laws, everybody can be governed. You're not under a separate law as you think you are according to your Constitution. You're not. Those politicians that you so-called you think you elect to go up there, they're up there to play to hinder your growth, to understand, to hinder your growth, or to trick you into believing that you actually to trick you into believing that they're fighting for your rights, or fighting for your state, or fighting for your district. But at the same time, they're forwarding the agenda of the people who line their pockets, going into the lobbyists and whatnot. See, you still tricked on this constitutional crap, and not understanding you're being governed by agencies now. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get too deep in that. Anyway, what is the Bowser Pinto plan? Instead of solutions, Mayor Bowser proposed plan is full of cuts to vital social services. Cuts, snaps. See, that's snaps. I.e. food stamps, cuts domestic violence support, cuts homeless prevention and eviction support. And think about that now. They cutting domestic violence support and homeless prevention and eviction support. But they sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel, those Israelis. And at the same time, they got an influx of so-called illegals coming across the border, and they setting them up with apartments and all kind of aid. They giving them aids to them now. The CD cuts that they cutting you from, they giving it to the people that's coming across the border illegally. And you don't think that's a recipe for a disaster? I like to call it Operation Chaos. If you're giving more to one child and not the other child, man, you're going to have problems in your own house if you're not doing that fairly and equally, you know what I'm talking about? So you can see the recipe for civil unrest. You can see the recipe for civil war. Thus, that's why you got what's going down at the border down there. Anyway, go check it out. The Bowser plan. It's a lot of cuts and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Let me close out with this right here. I didn't want to make this long. I ain't got no room. Let me see. I think it's Job. I want to close out. The triumphing of the wicked is but for a short period. Yeah, I think what that is. Job 12 or 20 and 4 or something. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, this is Job 20. Approaching the spirit, my understanding causing me to answer. This is Job 20 and 5, and it reads, No, in 4 it reads, Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And he's in his last little vestiges of his kingdom or queendom. You know, it's been a fun run since they come out of them caves in the early 1300s or so. You know what I'm talking about? As they've been going through what they call the Renaissance. But in the eyes of the Lord, as the scriptures say in 1 Peter 3:8, I believe, where it says that a day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. It ain't even been a half a day. So it's very short in the eyes of the Lord. But anyway, I'm gonna let the rest of this video play out, and then so I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, beforehand, give all honors and glory to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. And with that, Shalom.
About these new outrageous laws, like you can get criminalized and get a fine or even go to jail for gathering with 2 or more people, and plenty other outrageous laws too. Here's another crazy one. Any face coverings is criminalized. Yeah, whether that be a hoodie, bandana, or even religious attire. Yeah, gatherings of 2 or more people, you can get criminalized if the police deems an area to be high risk. Now they can just arrest you if they suspect you might commit a crime. Yeah, they can kill car chase suspects now, regardless whether they're guilty or innocent. Interesting. Fears now cause for arrest. So somebody makes somebody else scared, now they can get arrested. I could definitely see a Karen using this in their Pokemon card package. Now we have to show our papers? If not, you getting arrested? That definitely reminds me of that Phineas and Ferb episode where Doofus Smurf took over. Or the last crazy one, if you drop your gun, that's now an extra charge. See right here, they said if you get shot by the police and you drop your gun, it's going to be a longer sentence. So it's another crime because you dropped the gun. And this is why it's important for us to pay attention to the laws that they be just dropping. Because what do they got going on? No, seriously, like, now you can arrest somebody just because they're scared of you. Let me know what y'all think about this browser playing in the comment. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. Follow me.
Real quick before I close out. Who are implementing these laws via the executive orders? What country, what entity is behind this? It damn sure ain't American. Hey, Shalom.